What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm looking at some more NBA plays today and also some MLB plays today over on PrizePicks. Yesterday, we were one pick away from having back-to-back-to-back sweeps. Looking back on track with another sweep in today's video. So we came so close yesterday with the 2-in-1 day. Otherwise, we have cashed 8 of our last 9 plays in these YouTube videos. Let's hop in and let's keep cashing. You guys did the like go yesterday, which is why we have 3 plays in today's video. If you want a third play tomorrow also, leave a like on this video here. 175 likes, and I will drop a third play tomorrow also. And before we get to our free plays here, don't miss out on checking out the DubClub, because we were able to cash yet another 6-man yesterday over in the DubClub. That is now 7 6-mans that we have hit in the last 7 days. We have been crushing it, especially on those 6-mans, as well as the main plays. But with the DubClub, you get all of my plays sent straight to your phone, and of course, access to my Discord too. And if you use the link in my description or in the top in the comment section, you can get in right now with a special discount. Just click on the link and scroll down. There will be a banner that pops up at the bottom of your screen, giving you a limited time special offer. I highly recommend connecting your Discord to DubClub so that way you get access to my Discord, and that will give you access to my correlation slips here, which when you do join, I recommend going to get notifications here, then turning on PrizePicks correlation. There you get notified for when these plays are posted. Like I said, we've cashed 7 6-mans in the last 7 days. You also get my underdog streaks, my home run lottery slips, promo plays for like Taco Tuesday on PrizePicks and things like that. You also get my community chat to talk to me and other members. I'm constantly in the chat. It's super easy to talk to me and ask me any questions that you have. Just add me in the chat and I'll respond to you. But you also get access to my plays from my contributors here, from Asmies, Emo, and Elo. Asmies is a great PGA guy. You can see all the PGA plays that he has and all the love that he gets because of just how much he catches out on the PGA. Occasional MLB plays also. You also have Elo here with some soccer plays. He has been crushing his plays time and time again too for soccer. These guys are built different, man. So you get all of that included here with the DubClub. And like I said, there's a special offer available to you if you use the link in my description or in the top of the comment section. Don't miss out on joining. I'm going to have some more 6-man posted today over in the DubClub, so we can hopefully cash at least 8 in the last 8 days now. You see all the love lately. This just has recent stuff here too. Like we were able to cash out 10 straight legs in the streak here. He cashed out in the middle of it for $1,100 off of only $5 there off a streak. You have our 6-man winners there. You have all these different just guys just saying how much they love the DubClub. Like these are all recent too. These are really, really recent. I genuinely believe that you will love the DubClub. So come join us for at least a month. Check it out for a month and let's keep cashing. With that out of the way now, let's get to these free plays. Make sure they play responsibly and at your own risk. Leave a like on this video here if you have not already, and subscribe if you have not already. The most important thing though is to have those notifications on though. That way you get in before these lines get bumped to get removed. Now let's get to today's plays. The first play like on the PrizePicks board today in the NBA is going to be over in the points plus the assist category today, because tonight I like Andrew Nembhard here again over his points and assists over at 15.5. If I can find where he's at on the board here, there he is at 15.5. You see what he's done in his last 5 games, going over only one time, which was last game. But this is a much different series now against OKC, and I think this is a much better fitting matchup for him. So in his last 20 games, he's been over in 11 of his last 20. Actually, 10 of his last 20 here for points plus assists. But I actually think this matchup is just a lot better for him. And in the past already against OKC this year, although it was a different situation, he has had 30 and 23 points plus assists against them so far this year. But overall, I think he's in a pretty great spot based off of the usage that he has been seeing in these games, or that I'm expecting today, especially in those OKC games too. Like the usage was great in those games too. Just again, it's a different situation, but I think it's just kind of a nice little bounce back spot here, because in these 2 games here, you can see his minutes there. He only played 29 minutes there, and he also played only 27 minutes there. All these other games though, he was seeing the high 30 minutes here, including last game with 37. So these 2 games just had a little bit of foul trouble there, as well as like a blowout, I believe, in this game here, where they lost by 17 points. So slight blowout, along with a little bit of foul trouble, is why he only played like, less than 28 minutes in those games. But if you look at games this year where he does see those high minutes with even just at least 30 plus minutes, he's been a lot better, going over in 11 of his last 20. And if you do mark this up to at least 35 minutes, 9 of his last 15, as you can see there. However, we're going to keep the minute slider here at 30, but you can see his usage in these games too. If we click on usage, it is extremely important. If you don't know what usage is, it kind of just measures how good a player is at just being aggressive at shooting the basketball, essentially. It measures in pretty much everything. Field goal attempts, free throw attempts, just possessions that end with the ball in the player's hands, kind of. But you can see here that his usage in some of these games, though, it's pretty consistent at being at least 14%. Like you can see in almost all these games here, he's at least 14% usage as of late. And when he has at least 14% usage this year and those 30 plus minutes, he has been dominant, going over in 15 of his last 20 games. If you look at even the last 30 games here, you can see he's actually been over this in 73.3%. aka 22 out of 30. I think both these things should really kind of be a gimme today. 30 plus minutes, I'm expecting, high 30s, probably about 36 minutes I'm expecting today. And the 14% usage should be kind of a gimme also. Like, you can just see how good he's been also in like his last 10 games here too, when he does have both of those things happen. He's had a couple of outlier games against the Knicks last series, and now I think there's a much better matchup against the Thunder because I think they were gonna try to lock in on Halliburton here. I think they're going to throw some guys at him to kind of slow him down and give other guys some looks. I think Nembhard is going to be one of the beneficiaries of that. But against OKC so far this year in these games, you can see what he's done for his usage. He's actually had 21.9% usage and 29.6% usage. Ridiculously good. He also only played 29 minutes in the first game there, despite having 30 points plus assists. And this game here, he had 30 minutes where he had about 22% usage. So extremely high usage in these games, playing lower minutes than I'm expecting today. So I think there's a lot of good things that could happen for Nembhard today. I think he's just in a much better spot than he was last series. And I think it's a spot where he can cover in game one. Before we get to the next play, if you're not yet on DraftKings Pick6, it is a newer app from DraftKings, 18 years and older, available in most states. So if PrizePicks is in your state, there's a pretty good chance DraftKings Pick6 could also be in your state. They also have a promo here of play $5, get $50 instantly. And we have a Tyrese Halliburton free square. He's at half a point here on the DraftKings Pick6 board. Thanks to Wingstop, apparently. You get that play $5, get $50 instantly promo if you use my promo code DOMG. The link to join is available down in my description. But there's a lot of cool categories on this board. Like, they have 20 plus points, 3 plus threes made, 8 plus rebounds. Like, a lot of just kind of unique categories that don't have on a lot of other apps out there. But you also have other categories too, like blocks and steals and blocks, of course, as well as your normal stats, even fantasy points and double doubles they have too. So it's a really cool app, and right now is one of the best times to join because you can get a Tyrese Halliburton at half a point right now on the PrizePicks board for the NBA Finals if you join today. So use promo code DOMG to get that promo there, and that play $5, get $50 instantly promo. Now, getting into play number 2, we're going to head over to the 3 points made category because I'm going to go with SGA today to have at least 1 3 made in this game. It's going to be a goblin on the PrizePicks board. The next play I talk about will be back to a main square, but I think SGA should be able to hit 1 3 in this game pretty easily. I think he's in a great spot overall. I don't even mind the over 1.5 3-point makes, but it's of course just a lot better here at half, even if the payout is going to be a little bit lower here. But he's hit at least 1 3 in 90% of his last 20 games. He only missed this line twice, and in those games he shot 0 for 5 from 3 and 0 for 4 from 3. So as long as he shot 25% and 20% from 3 in those games, he would have covered his lines. So obviously some outlier games there. In the past against the Pacers, he's had 4 and 3 against them. They came on 3 for 6 shooting from 3, as well as 4 for 5 shooting from 3. So good quality 3-point attempts in those games there. And if you actually look at all games this year, if we look at it a little bit more, games where he has at least 4 3-point attempts, which he's had in most of those games, of course. And if you look at like every game this year, almost like his last 72 games here, he's been over this in at 95.8%, which is 69 out of 72 games. So obviously he's in a great spot here. Already flew over this line in both games against the Pacers this year, and is covered in 96% really of games this year when he has at least 4 3-point attempts, which I would be shocked if he did not have today. Now let's get to my third and final play in this video here. Again, if you guys want a third play tomorrow, leave a like on this video here because 175 likes. I'll drop a third play tomorrow also. But in this play here, I'm going to like Bryan Woo over his fantasy score here at 34.5. We were able to cash on a fantasy score yesterday, looking to do it again. I don't think it was yesterday. I think it was the day before we cashed on a pitcher fantasy score, but either way here, I think Bryan Woo's in a great spot over 34.5 fantasy score. I think he's also fine on PrizePicks and underdog 2 at 35.5, just a little bit better on PrizePicks here at 34.5. But he's had that in 6 out of 11 games this year, which is 55%. And overall, he's in a pretty great spot considering the Mariners are slight favorites in this game. And when they win, he's actually been over this in 6 out of 7 games this year. The only miss coming against the Athletics, and that game was a little bit of an outlier, which I'll explain right now. So you can see earned runs here. He's actually extremely favored under 2.5 today. He's at plus 145 over 2.5 earned runs. That is a major green flag for taking the over on a fantasy score. But that game against the Athletics, he gave up 5 earned runs. He is not even close to expecting to do that today. He's not even projected to give up 3 earned runs today. The Royals have been pretty bad this year, and Bryan Woo has been a very strong pitcher, so I think he's overall in a pretty good spot. Just, you can see his track record in wins this year and how good he has been. He's had at least 40 in every single one of those wins this year. And that game just happened to be a complete outlier with those earned runs. What's also extremely important for a pitcher is their outs. It's one of, if not the most important thing for taking an over on a fantasy score is going to be the outs. A pitcher basically has to go 18 outs if you are going to want to cover your fantasy score line, if it is going to be this high of a number at least. And Bryan Woo has covered his 18 outs in every single game this year, and as long as it's actually at 18.5 plus money on the over. So 18 out should hopefully be a gimme in this spot here, which is just another reason why I think he's just in a great spot here against the Orioles. His strikeouts line, though, is about 6 or 5.5, and which is a pretty fair line, I would say here. He's going to have probably 5 or 6 strikeouts and should be able to still get this one done against the Orioles tonight. It really is a simple breakdown, though. Strikeout line looks pretty good to me. The outs are extremely favored over 17.5. You have his earned run line extremely favored under 2.5. Just makes a lot of sense that I take the over on Bryan Woo over his fantasy score. Give me that over. I also added him to my underdog streak for today. I am not done with the free plays yet, but a couple of reminders to not miss out on joining the DubClub. There is a special offer linked down there in my description that gets you access to a special discount. Just scroll down. There will be a banner that pops up giving you a free month of my DubClub. It also gives you access to the Discord to get my 6-man slips, which we've cashed 7 6-mans in the last 7 days alone. Looking to make it at least 8 in the last 8 days. You also get my community chat to talk to me and other members. Just add me in the chat if you have any questions. I am almost always in the chat, sweating stuff out with you guys. It's a really fun chat to be into. It's super positive for the most part, so I don't really stand for any negativity in the chat. And of course, you get my contributors plays too from Asmies, Emo, and Elo. So don't miss out on joining. I will see you guys in the DubClub a little bit later today. But also, you can actually get a free month of my DubClub if you use promo code DOMG on an app that I'm affiliated with. Just take a screenshot, use my promo code on an app like a Sleeper or a Chalkbird, for example, and you can get a free month of my DubClub if you just take a screenshot and send that to domgpropsvip@gmail.com. I could send you back a link with a free month of my DubClub. But here's some more free plays from the Daily Grind tool. And this tool can show off the best bet to value plays on an app like PrizePicks or Underdog. Right now on PrizePicks, they like Max Fried under his fantasy score 35.5, SGA under his fantasy score, as well as guys like Robbie Ray even under his fantasy score. But of course, there's other plays too for like Valorant and for CSGO and other plays like that. Like, it's a really cool tool that can help you find some very, very nice value. So if you want this tool for yourself, you can get it for yourself in my description by clicking on the fantasy bundle and scrolling down. You can use promo code DOMG. But the same guys have another tool sold separately called the APS Generator, which is over 2,000 US of profits since last year, and there are 11 slips currently on the board for apps like Underdog and PrizePicks. Right now on PrizePicks, they love some plays for some CSGO, some WNBA, whatever this sport is here. I have zero clue what this is. France basketball, maybe, I think is what that might be. You also have, of course, more WNBA and MLB plays too. And this entry here is a profit margin of about 9.23%. If you click on Bet on PrizePicks, it puts it into PrizePicks for you just like that. This tool is awesome. Get it for yourself in my description by clicking on the slip generator and then scrolling down. Be sure to use promo code DOMG again. Thank you for watching. I'll see you for the next video. Best of luck. If you want to make over $5,000 of profit on PrizePicks, you can watch this video on your screen right here.